Hello movie fans, welcome back to Internet Movie Show. Today I come to you with some sad news. The Cinerama Dome in Hollywood, among all the other theaters owned by Pacific Theaters, is remaining permanently closed. This is a major loss and the end of a chapter for film history. Until COVID-19 came along and started shutting down movie theaters, the Cinerama Dome had been operating since 1963. The Dome had, as the name implied, started out showing movies that were filmed in the Cinerama format. But what exactly is that? Well, if you aren't sure, you've come to the right place. In short, 3-strip Cinerama was the stepping stone that would eventually lead to widescreen TV and movies as we know them today. 3-strip Cinerama was invented by Fred Waller, who worked at Paramount in the 1930s. While working there, he developed the idea that movies were not taking enough advantage of the human eye's peripheral vision. To fix these shortcomings, he created a camera that was actually 3 cameras. This filmed everything 3 times at once, each going to a different film strip. Each third of the screen was filmed individually and played together to create an early widescreen effect. To compensate for tripling the amount of footage on screen, sound designer Hazard E. Reeves, who has an amazing name, was brought in. Most movies at the time used 5 audio channels. With 3-strip Cinerama, however, Reeves added a 6th and a 7th channel. After this technology was developed and filming completed, it was time to show people the finished product, as one does with movies. Each strip of film was projected individually in the theater onto a curved screen, and a position called the Cinerama Engineer was created for these showings as a person to enable or disable the 6th and 7th sound channels in accordance with a guide that came with the movies for the best audio experience while viewing. When working correctly, the power of 3-strip Cinerama was a sight to behold. However, the drawbacks soon became very apparent. Firstly, thanks to typically viewing in a dome cinema, people had a harder time viewing the peripherals if they were in the center seating, thus defeating the entire purpose of the wider movies. On top of that, film would inherently jitter back and forth as it was pulled through projectors. That's entirely normal with film strips, but with 3 strips projected together with asynchronous movement, the barriers between the 3 strips began to show up in theaters. Though studios did their best to color the sides in an attempt to stitch it together more cleanly, it was still very visible. The Cinerama Engineer was also a short-lived career once theater managers realized that it was cheaper to let films take a hit to the audio quality and just leave the additional 2 sound channels active at all times rather than paying somebody to micromanage them as they were intended to. The final nail in the coffin was the production itself. During certain sequences of Cinerama film, How the West Was Won, filming was completed with an Ultra Panavision 70 camera with a wide lens and then printed onto 3 strips. This proved that basic math works and 1 camera was indeed cheaper than 3. All of these factors quickly ended the Cinerama practice almost as fast as it began. Only a handful of films exist in this format, and even fewer are still available to watch today. So yeah, there you go, that's about it. That's certainly one of the more obscure chunks of movie making history, and it's a lot more in line with what I want to do with this show than I have with previous episodes, just kind of poking on weird filmmaking techniques and stuff like that. I also want to give a quick shout out to my friend, whose name is also John. He was one of my 4 film teachers in high school. I took a lot of film classes, please don't judge me. He initially taught me about this, and while I was working on the script for this video, he was kind enough to take a look at it and make sure all the information checked out. So huge thanks to him, and that ends the episode for today. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.